Jenny and welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to do a review slash first impression slash tutorial video. So the product that I'm using today is the Moonshot You Ina collection. So it's actually this one. So I'm pretty sure that you've seen this somewhere, most especially if you're shopping in South Korea, you've probably seen this somehow. So I actually bought this in Style Korean during their Black Friday sale. So I got this serum foundation for like $10, and for this eyeshadow I got this in a pack together with this hand mirror for just $16. So one thing that I noticed when I received the package is that this was actually smaller than what I expected. So based on their website, it looks like it's a deluxe size, like it's actually bigger than I was expecting it to be, bigger than my hand. But when it arrived, I was really surprised, like, oh my god, it's so tiny. But I don't think it's really a big of a deal. It's just that for the hand mirror, I was expecting it to be as big as my 3CE hand mirror, or if it's small, I was kind of expecting like just slightly smaller, but it was way smaller, like so tiny that it's really just, it can fit your pocket, I think. But anyway, it's not really a big of a deal because it's still a good price. So anyway, I'm using these two products to create this look today, and I'll give you guys some of my initial thoughts as soon as I'm applying the foundation and also eyeshadow. So if you guys want to know more about this this makeup look and also these products, just stay tuned. So looking at the actual tube itself, it looks not normal in a sense that the actual tip it has that bulbous shape at the tip, so it kind of helps you with controlling, I guess, the amount of product that comes out. So as soon as you squeeze it in, squeeze it out, it kind of is a little bit runny, so it's not too creamy. So I'm getting more product than usual because I really have a terrible skin right now. So I'm using a brush, so this is my Real Techniques brush, flat brush, to kind of evenly spread it out. Well, basing from the first application, it seems like it is easily spreading out on my face, like what it does says. Looks pretty good. So guys, this is the first layer of the foundation. So looking at this, it seems like it's kind of in the medium coverage, not really high coverage, basing from what they said on their website. So I guess if you have a face like mine where there's a lot of blemishes and a lot of breakouts, I guess this would look like a medium coverage. But I think if you have like a very flawless skin, like you have just some dark areas, I think this will look like a high coverage to you. But on my case, basing on the situation of my skin, it looks like a medium coverage. So what I'll do now is I'll put a second layer just to see whether is it really buildable like what it says. So I'm going to do that now. So guys, this is the second layer. So it still wasn't able to cover up the blemish, so I'm guessing that it's still high coverage. Like I said, if you have a nice and perfect skin, this would look like a high coverage to you. But then if you have a face that has a lot of pimples and a lot of blemishes, then I guess this would look like a medium coverage. So it really depends on what your skin's situation is. So looking at this one, it seems like it's a medium coverage to me because there's a lot of areas that I still need to cover up with concealer. But looking at the first application and the second, it looks very nice. It seems like my face is illuminating or radiant like what the website says, so it does give you that very flawless and very radiant look. So sorry, my hair is kind of out of the way. Okay, so yeah, looking at it, if you guys can tell from this, you know, foundation, second layer foundation, it looks really good. Like I have that nice glowing look. It doesn't have that extreme shine, so you can still see a little bit of shine over at some areas of your face where the light is hitting, but it's not too shiny. So I've experienced a lot of foundation where it's really dewy, like you can't tell that there's a lot of shininess. But with this one, as soon as you apply it, it does look a little bit dewy, but then as soon as it settles, it looks semi-matte, which is good. Which, well, it's kind of semi-dewy, I would say. So it doesn't have a lot of shine in it, so I'm actually loving it. So I was expecting it to be a really dewy finish, but it's not, which I absolutely love. You guys know how I love kind of a semi-matte finish, so this is something that I'm really loving. And look at my face, I look so glowing with, I don't know, it's just different from the other foundations that I've tried. Like, my face is not too white, but it's just glowing. I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but that's how I'm really seeing it right now. So I guess what I'll do right now is I'll just put some blush and a loose powder before I start getting onto my eye makeup. So this is what I have on my face right now. So this is the base. So now let's move on to the eye makeup. So this is the eyeshadow palette. It has a nice combination of warm and cool tones. So it has also a nice combination of neutral and pink tones. So if you guys are traveling and you're always picking neutral tones and always debating whether you want to have pink tones as well, I think this one is perfect for you. So I'm that type of person. I always love to bring neutral tones for my eyeshadow selection when I'm traveling, but I also love burgundy or pink shades. So I think this is really perfect for you guys to bring or to buy if you're traveling and you love this type of shade. So this is really, really nice. So it has a combination of matte shades plus shimmer shades. So they kind of call it pearlized shade. Not shade, pearlized eyeshadows, but I kind of call it like shimmery eyeshadow. So these two are the shimmery ones and the rest are matte eyeshadows. So I am hoping that it's not going to be too chalky, and I hope that it's going to be pigmented because most Korean eyeshadows tend to not be too pigmented. So I think that's really the type of makeup that, or eye makeup that they're really looking for. So they don't want to have that very intense or harsh eyeshadow. So that's the reason why they don't really have that intense or very pigmented eyeshadows, but I'm hoping that this will be pigmented. So I guess let's get started. So the look that I'm going to do today is kind of I always lean towards the pink or red tones type of eye makeup, so I think I'm going to go with that again. So that has been always my go-to eye makeup, so that's really my favorite. So I don't want to do a typical neutral eye makeup really, so that's what I'm going for. So before that, I wanted to put a nice neutral tone all over your crease first. So what I'll choose is, I'll be choosing this one. I don't know what this is called because they don't have a name here, but in their website they do. But I'm picking the one, the second one here. So let's do this. So I'm moving in closer to the camera just so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm just doing a windshield wipe motion. Ooh, look at that. So it's just my first application and my first blending, and it's really, really pigmented. I'm actually surprised. Normally that doesn't happen. For Korean eye makeup, usually it kind of takes you 2 to 3 times before actually getting actual pigments on your lid. I'm actually loving this so far. I'm actually using this pink one over here. So I'm gonna pick this and put this. I'm gonna put this all over my lid. First pat, it actually adheres pretty well to your skin. It doesn't have a lot of fallout because I'm usually experiencing a lot of fallout for some Korean eyeshadow, but I think they're starting to improve now, which is good. So look at that. As soon as I apply the eyeshadow, it just sticks to your lid pretty quickly, which is really, really good. I'm going to pick this one first. Ooh, it's actually quite smooth when you actually brush your brush on the actual shadows. It's actually pretty smooth. So a little bit of pat and you'll get a lot of product. So I guess that's something that I have to be careful of. So with this shade, I'm going to put it at the very end of my lid. and just putting it I'm actually putting it all over my lid again, because it seems like it's not that dark that as I was expecting. So I'm just adding a little bit of shimmer on my lid. So I'm just putting that all over my lid again to create that nice shimmery look. Just a tiny bit. Okay, so I couldn't find my brush, so I'm just reusing the same pencil brush and just wiping off all the excess eyeshadow. I have an extra of this, I just couldn't find it. But anyway, I'm doing that darker shade on the further end of my eyes just to create that nice depth. So what I'm doing is I'm picking this dark shade just because this is pretty much the only darkest shade that I can see in this palette. I'm not sure whether this one could create that, but anyway, I'm using this to create that look. So just a tiny bit of product because I don't want it to be really muddy. So with that, I'm going to create that nice inverted C shape at the very end of your lid and to your crease. So at the end of your lid up to your crease. So it's an inverted C. So just deposit the shade or the pigments, and we'll be using a blending brush to actually blend it out. So with blending, just make sure that you actually just do circular motion. So don't do just a windshield wipe because it's not going to create a very nice, well blended color. So while doing the windshield wipe, do a circular motion like this. So it just kind of helps you with blending. Yep, now it's a lot better. So before actually finishing this eye makeup, I'm going to add some shade under my eyes just so that it doesn't look weird. So what I'll do is I will use this this pink shade, the second shade that I use a flat brush and just apply it under your eyes. Just to emphasize that nice shimmer on your lid, I'm going to add a tiny bit of this shimmery product, this red one, on top of it, on top of my lid. So that's that. I'll use a brush and use this cream eyeshadow a little bit and just put it at my brow bone. Not so much, just kind of run your brush on that area. And that's it, guys. So what I'll do now is I'll just put my eyeliner and also some fake lashes just to kind of finish up this makeup, and then I'll get back to you guys and share with you guys some of my first initial thoughts and my first impression and slash review, I would say. So I hope that you got all the steps right and what are the shades that you are going to use. So I'll be coming back. So at first I actually was kind of expecting that this is just gonna be not so much of a good product, only because I thought that this is going to be a very dewy finish, and you know how much not that I don't like dewy finish, but it's not really something that I usually go for. But I'm surprised that as soon as it settles into your face, it tends to give off that very nice semi-matte look. You guys saw that as soon as I put on this foundation, my face just looks glowing and very radiant. So it does do what it says on their website, that it will give you that nice natural glow or natural illuminating look on your skin. So I really love that fact that you can actually just get away with using this without putting a loose powder, and it looks very natural and you look glowing. Like I said, when I first applied it, it feels a little bit heavy just because face oil is starting to just blend in with the foundation serum. I don't know how you want to call the ingredient in it, but it does feel heavy at first, but then it does finish off as a little bit of light and very comfortable on your skin. So in terms of the coverage, like I said, I think if you guys have a perfect skin, I think this will look high coverage to you guys, but with cases like mine where there's a lot of blemishes, I think it will kind of look like a medium coverage, but leaning towards slightly high coverage. I don't know how you want to say it, but nothing that a concealer can cover for you. So what I did is I covered it up with concealer, but one thing I noticed is I actually skipped putting concealer under my eyes, which means that it's kind of is somewhere in the high coverage, because I can actually skip putting concealer under my eyes and it still look really flawless, and it does cover up that dark circle. So far, I'm loving this serum foundation. You guys saw the result as soon as I put it. So really impressed with Moonshot foundation so far. And with the eyeshadow, guys, I am really impressed with this one. Like you guys saw that as soon as I applied it on my lid, it just easily sticks to my lid and doesn't have a lot of fallout, and that's something that I'm happy about. And another thing that I notice is usually when I try to get products on a palette, usually you can see a little bit of fallout from the actual palette itself. So when your brush tends to try to get product, there's going to be a lot of mess around the edges of your palette. So I do get that on some other palettes, but with this one I'm quite surprised that I didn't see a lot. Usually when you apply eyeshadow and you'll have a lot of fallout, you have to kind of brush it off a little bit, but with this one I didn't do anything, so there's no fallout at all. Especially those dark shades that I use, it didn't have a lot of fallout, which I'm really loving. So I love this, guys. It's very buttery, not as buttery as ColourPop, of course, but it's very smooth and it easily glides onto your lid when you're applying your eyeshadow and when you're blending it. Overall, guys, I am really loving this too, like this collection. So the only thing that I didn't buy from this collection is the lipstick. So I heard or I've read some bad reviews from that lipstick, not because of the actual pigments or the actual finish, but just because it's not really that sturdy. Like when I say not sturdy, like the lipstick bullet tends to fall out from the actual lipstick packaging easily, and I don't like that, because if you're buying a matte lipstick and you're gliding it on your lips, I don't want it to be breaking while I'm applying it. So I've kind of decided not to buy those lipstick from this collection. So I just opted to buy this foundation and eyeshadow, which I'm actually pretty happy about, to be honest. And I really recommend this two products for you guys. So if you guys are curious and you wanted to try Moonshot foundation, I highly recommend this one. And for eyeshadow, you guys can also try this one if you're into this type of shades. So I hope that you guys loved this video, and I hope that you had fun with me applying makeup, kind of getting ready with me as well. But I'm hoping that you had fun with a short tutorial that I did for my eyeshadow. It kind of showed you how I usually apply my eye makeup and what are the type of shades that I usually go for and how I usually do it. So I hope you had fun, and I hope that you learned something from me today. I hope that you guys will continue to support me. I do have a few more videos coming up before the end of the year, and I'm really hoping that you guys will stay tuned and watch those videos, because those are kind of, I think, some of the videos that I plan to do, like a 2018 type of videos. I don't really want to reveal too much, but that's kind of the theme of the next few videos that I'll be doing. So anyway, thank you guys again, and I hope that you guys had fun and for staying tuned from start to finish. So if you guys haven't followed me on my Instagram page, I'm sorry, I'm really not sure what's happening right now, but my words are just getting mixed up. But anyway, I hope that you guys will follow me on my Instagram page. I do have an Instagram page where I share a lot of skincare reviews as well. So I'll put the link or the link down below or my IG handle on the screen. I'm really sorry, I don't know what's happening to me. But yes, my Instagram handle is on the screen, and I will definitely speak to you guys very, very soon. Bye!